Hey everyone. Oh, I love the smell of basil. I just cut these from my garden. I mean, I literally just ran in here and it smells so good. Love fresh herbs, and I am excited to make these quick dressings with you today. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I was in such a hurry. I just needed to get my salad really quick, and I didn't have a dressing, and I didn't want to just throw on balsamic vinegar. I just was in the mood for something a little bit more robust, a little more herby, and so I just kind of threw together some of my fresh herbs and some mustard and some different things, and I just wanted to share with you how you can make a quick and easy 5 minutes or less, and you can have this amazing dressing. I'm gonna throw in a bonus recipe today. This is one of my favorite, cilantro lime. Doesn't it have a beautiful lime color? The cilantro in it gives it a fabulous color, and I love the tanginess, the tartness of the lime, and a little secret ingredient in this one. So we'll make this one in just a second. But welcome today. Happy Thursday, everyone. So we're making the fresh herb salad, right? Our salad dressing right now. And we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of, we're gonna do this in the little one. So this recipe is gonna be just for 1 serving. This is gonna be what I would pour onto my big. You could probably make it 2 servings if your salads are smaller, but my salads are pretty big. So this is gonna be a 1 serving salad dressing, and you can definitely double it or triple it or quadruple it if you wanna have it in the fridge and have it saved for a couple of days. So this is apple cider vinegar. We're gonna start with that. When you're making dressings, your own dressings, you want to have it's a formula in order to make it taste great, be nourishing, and help our bodies to absorb all the nutrients from our veggies in our salad. And so there's a certain formula that you want to follow in order to make the best salad dressings. So the first step is to have a base, some sort of a liquid base, and usually it's something a little bit tangy, a little bit acidic as well. So you're either going to use a vegetable broth or a water or a plant-based milk for your liquid base, and then you're going to add some tanginess from either a lemon juice or a lime juice or a vinegar, something to give it just a little bit of a bite, give it some acidity. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna add is, this time I'm gonna add some vegetable broth. This is just water, so you can add water. I added water the other day. I just threw in about 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm just gonna add that to here. But I certainly could add some of my no salt or low sodium veggie broth mix, and I can just sprinkle in a little bit of that just to give it a little bit more oomph if you want. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add, so now we have our liquid base, so let's spice it up, let's add some fun. So we're going to add, the other day I added this spicy brown mustard. Great mustard, I love a spicy brown mustard. Today I think I'm just gonna add some Dijon. Let me grab a spoon. So I'm just gonna add maybe about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. There we go. All right. Next, we're gonna add some healthy fats. I never add oils to my dressings. I wanna use nuts and seeds as the oils or the healthy fats in my dressings. So this particular one, we're gonna use hemp seeds. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon of hemp seeds. It's gonna cream it up, and it's going to help the dressing to stick to our vegetables a little bit better. But more importantly, it's going to help our bodies to absorb the nutrients from the veggies. We need that in our bodies. We need those healthy omega-3s in order for that to happen. Okay, so basil, here we go. I'm so excited to add my basil. So I need 2 sprigs of basil, and I'm gonna get 2 nice big ones because I love, you know I love basil. All right, I do not wanna miss out on the stems. Whether you're using parsley or cilantro or basil, the stems have a lot of flavor in them. So if you have a powerful enough blender or little, this is just a little bullet, and this will work just fine. I have a blade. This is a super sharp. It's a little different than the blade that came with it. This is an accessory blade that really chops up ice really well, and I'm going to use that for these fresh herbs so I don't have any big pieces of my stems. So if it's a really hard stem, you don't want to put it in, but some of these softer, more bendable ones I definitely want to use because the stems are going to have both nutrients and it has a lot of flavor. There's actually more flavor in the stems than in the leaves themselves. So we're gonna use, that's 1 sprig. Let's get another big one. There we go. There's 2 sprigs of basil. Okay, now we're gonna fill this up. Okay, then our parsley. So this is some parsley that I had in the fridge and I already took it off the bigger, harder stem. And so I wanna just put in about 1 sprig of parsley. Parsley can sometimes be overpowering, so I want to make sure that I don't add too much parsley, but parsley is one of the most nutritious leafy greens that you can use almost daily. You can chop it up in your salads, obviously add it to soups and add it to our dressings. Okay, so if you're looking at like the nutrient score of those vegetables that are the highest in nutrients, parsley is one of the ones way more at the top. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of fresh ground pepper, and you can add more to taste, and that's it. That was all of it that I added the other day, and it turned out so good. Okay, now if I want to leave it a little more chunky, I can totally leave it like that, or I can blend it just a little bit longer and get it nice and smooth. Okay, so quick and easy. And now I'm ready to just pour this. Oh, it's how thick it is. It's got, the greens is going to help thicken it as well as the hemp seed. And so I want all of that goodness. I almost want to lick it. Oh, so good. Okay, let's try it. Just as good. Oh, it's got so much fabulous flavor. Love fresh herbs. Okay, so there's dressing number 1. It's been 5 minutes. Okay, dressing number 2. Here's your bonus. I'm just gonna move these adorable basils out of the way. Okay, this one is a cilantro lime. And I have a little secret ingredient that I'm gonna add just to zest it up just a little bit more. This one I'm actually gonna use plant milk. I tried making it with water before and it works just fine. You can totally use water, you can use low sodium vegetable broth. But I find this cilantro lime really works well if you use a little bit of a plant-based milk. So let me grab that. I probably would use, this is soy milk, this is unsweetened soy milk, but you could use unsweetened cashew milk, you could use almond milk, any one that you would like. So we are going to add, here's my measuring cup, 2/3 of a cup of plant-based milk. All right, add that in there. Okay, and again, you can add a little bit of a veggie broth powdered mix if you want, but I don't think this one needs it as much as the other one did. All right, fresh cilantro, fresh chopped cilantro. Again, I wanted to make sure that I kept in some of these softer stems because I really want to bring out the flavor of the cilantro. This is about 1/2 cup. Oops, already going in there. This is about 1/2 cup of chopped fresh cilantro. In New Zealand, when we were there, I had to learn that it was called coriander. And so when I would go to the store, I was looking for the fresh coriander. I was used to coriander just being the seed, and I didn't realize that they're the same plant. Now we're gonna do the juice from 2 limes. Now you can do this 2 ways. I have 1 lime here that I've already cut, and we can go ahead and use my reamer and just put the juice from this lime in here. 1 lime typically will give you between 1 and 2 tablespoons of juice. And so we're gonna want just a little bit more than that. So I'm going to add another tablespoon of lime juice that I have in the fridge. I have some lime juice that I use when I'm making dressings. Fresh is always awesome, but if you don't have fresh, I always try to keep lemon, some good pure lemon or lime juice on hand. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of this lime juice. And let's finish reaming out this other half. This would be great on like a taco salad. This would be great really on just my salad base, and add a little bit of black beans. And you're good to go. This actually dressing would be really good over some tacos. So if you had a great veggie taco, if you're not vegan and you're doing like shrimp tacos, this would be a great dressing to pour over your tacos. It would give it a lot of fabulous flavor. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of white wine vinegar, just a tablespoon. There we go. And now we're going to add a little bit of sweetness. Normally, dressings will have a little bit of tartness and a little bit of sweetness. That's part of that formula to make the best dressings. So in order to make, give this just a little bit of sweetness, we're gonna use, again, whole foods, not sugar, not anything processed. So this is golden raisins. And you can see I'm down at the bottom of the bag here. Let me grab a tablespoon out of here if I can. There we go. A couple more. All right, a couple more. Now we've got our tablespoon of golden raisins. That's gonna help kind of cut the acidity and give it a nice balance. All right, we're gonna add 1 clove of garlic. You can add 1 or 2, however much you want. These cloves are a little bit smaller, and so, but these are fresh cloves. I didn't roast them. A lot of times when I make dressings, I prefer to add a roasted garlic. This time I am adding a fresh garlic because I want just that little bit of a bite. So I'm using a little bit smaller garlic clove, and let's grab out my knife. All right, so the way I cut garlic, let me move this out of the way so you can see. So the part where it's attached at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that, but that rough end there where it's attached, I'm just gonna carefully slice that off, and I'm not gonna slice all the way down so that I kind of grab onto the paper of the garlic. And I'm just gonna pull it back. I don't know if you can see that, but I pull it back and it takes off part of that paper. And it makes it so much easier for you to get all that paper off. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, instead of sitting here and trying to peel all the paper off, I'll show you a trick. So you put it on your cutting board and you lay your sharp knife flat, and you're gonna pound it with the palm of your hand. So I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna angle the sharp part of my blade down just a little bit, and I'm just gonna give it a real good smack. All right. It smashes that garlic, fresh clove, and the paper falls right off. And so I just kind of use my finger and the blade to make sure that I don't have any little pieces of paper. And now it's ready to go. I can sit here and I can mince it, or since we're putting it in the blender, we'll just stick it right in there. But the other cool thing about smashing garlic is that it acts like we do when we're chopping onions. We're releasing these organosulfur compounds that are very anti-cancer promoting. They really help to decrease the growth of tumors in our body. So smashing, slicing, mincing, dicing, chewing raw onions and garlic is going to create that compound. Fabulous. Okay, we've got our garlic. So now let's add our healthy fats. So this recipe actually is going to do about 4 servings. This is about maybe a 1/4 cup per serving. If you only want to add a couple of tablespoons because there's a lot of flavor in this dressing, then this will be even more servings than that. But I usually add about a 1/4 cup, 3 tablespoons to a 1/4 cup of dressing on each of my salads. So this is going to be a tablespoon of hemp seeds. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of Mediterranean pine nuts. Okay, so good for us. Pine nuts are incredibly high in protein. They are so good for us in so many ways. The trace minerals in them, the protein, but of course the omega-3 fats. All right, so there's our fats. That's going to help it to hold on to our veggies and help us to absorb nutrients. And the secret ingredient is going to be a pinch of ground cumin. Literally just the tiniest pinch. That's all it needs. We don't want to overpower it. Okay, let's blend this one up. This one I really like smooth, so I gave it a really good blend. The other thing I forgot to mention when I was doing the garlic is that I like having this minced garlic on hand. If you're not comfortable with really sharp knives or mincing garlic, these fresh, organic, already minced garlic is quick and easy to just grab some and throw it in your soup, or grab some and throw it in a dressing. So use all the tricks, right? All right, well, that one only took us maybe a little bit longer than the other one because I was talking, but this one is ready to go too. Oh, yum. If you don't want it quite so creamy, you can put in maybe a 1/3 cup of soy milk or a plant-based milk and a 1/3 cup of water or low sodium veggie broth. But I love it creamy. And like I said, this would be fabulous on a taco. Anyway, so excited. Here's the first one, the herb dressing. This is the cilantro lime. And this was the cilantro lime that I made with water instead of milk. So that you can do them both ways. And I'm excited. Let me grab my salad. I've got my salad base all made up and ready to go for lunch. So here's my salad base. So I'm just gonna take out 2 or 3 handfuls and put them in the bowl and pick a dressing, and I'm good to go. I love food prepping. Food prepping saves so much time. If you can take a day where you can just spend some time in the kitchen, then eating nourishing meals every single day is so easy. Well, I wish you a nourished day, and thank you for watching, and enjoy your salad for lunch.